Privileged to welcome you all to the inaugural ceremony of International Conference on Recent Trends in Microelectronics, Automation, Computing, and Communication Systems. The conference is technically co-sponsored by IEEE Hyderabad section and is approved by IEEE. With the motto, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, from darkness, lead me to light. Vignana Jyothi Society makes utmost contribution through value-based education to assure societal transformation. The philosophy of Vignana Jyothi unravels education as a process of presencing, that is, involve, indulge, and evolve. VJ strongly believes in the synthesis of direct experience, leading-edge thinking, and ancient wisdom, as it taps into the deeper levels of learning for discovering new possibilities. VNR Vignana Jyothi Institute of Engineering and Technology, established in the year 1995, has been catering to the domain of technical education through value-based orientation for societal transformation. And it is gratifying to share with you all that VNR VJIET completed 27 years of glorious journey with many feathers in the cap, like NAC A++, College with Potential for Excellence by UGC, Gorge Time College Rating Award, being Margadarshak for other institutes and university-recognized research centers, and many more. Now I take the privilege of inviting the dignitaries onto the dais. Now I would like to invite Dr. Y. Padmasai Garu, Chair, ICMACC and Dean Student Progression, VNR VJIET, to grace the dais. Thank you, ma'am. Now I take the privilege of inviting Dr. C.D. Naidu Garu, Principal, VNR VJIET, to grace the dais. Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. B. Chennakesava Rao Garu, Director, VNR VJIET, to grace the dais. Thank you very much, sir. May I now take the privilege of inviting C.H. Achyuta Ramaprasad Garu, Member, Vignana Jyothi, to grace the occasion. Thank you, sir. Let me take the privilege of inviting Sri Ajay Narne Garu, Joint Secretary, Vignana Jyothi, to grace the occasion. Thank you, sir. Now please join me in inviting Dr. D. N. Rao Garu, Member, Vignana Jyothi, to grace the dais. Now I request Dr. U.B. Desai Garu, Founder Director of IIT Hyderabad and Advisor VNR VJIET, to grace the dais. Thank you, sir. Now I take the privilege of welcoming Sri Naveen Mittal Garu, Commissioner, Collegiate Education and Technical Education, Government of Telangana, to grace the dais. Thank you, sir. I also welcome Dr. Atul Negi Garu, Professor, SCIS, University of Hyderabad, Chair, IEEE Hyderabad Section, to grace the occasion. Thank you, sir. Please join me in welcoming Dr. P. Vishnu Garu, Department of Applied Data Science, San Jose State University, Chair, IEEE Computer Society, Silicon Valley Chapter, USA, to grace the stage. Thank you, sir. I take the privilege of inviting Professor Deepak L. Vaikar Garu, Managing Partner, Edu Energy Consultants, LLP, Singapore, to grace the occasion. Thank you, sir. It's an honor to welcome Professor C. Raghavendra Rao Garu, Senior Professor, SCIS, University of Hyderabad, TPC Chair, ICMACC-2022, to grace the occasion. I also invite Professor Keshav K. Parhi Garu, Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, University of Minnesota, USA, to grace the occasion. Sir is gracing the occasion virtually. Thank you very much, sir. Now I request all the dignitaries to mark the inaugural of International Conference on Recent Trends in Microelectronics, Automation, Computing and Communication Systems by lighting the lamp. ఇది ఎత్తగలమా చూడు ఇది కొంచెం ముందుకు చెప్పొచ్చా Request Tejashwi and Saranya to invoke the blessings of the divine.
वातापि गणपतिं भजे हम वातापि गणपतिं भजे हम वातापि गणपतिं भजे हम वातापि गणपतिं भजे हम वारणास्यं वरप्रदं श्री वातापि गणपतिं भजे अहम् भूतादिसं सेवितचरणं भूतादिसं सेवितचरणं भूतभौतिक प्रपञ्चभरणं वीतरागिनं विनतयोगिनं वीतरागिनं विनतयोगिनं विश्वकारणं विघ्नवारणं वातापि गणपतिं भजे अहम् पुरा कुम्भसम्भव मुनिवर प्रपूजितं त्रिकोणमध्यगतं मुरारी प्रमुखाद्युपस्थितं मूलाधारक्षेत्र स्थितं परारि चत्वारि वागात्मकं प्रणव स्वरूप वक्रतुण्डं निरन्तरं निखलचन्द्रखण्डं निजवाम करविद्रुतेक्षुदण्डम् कराम्बुजपाशबीजापूरं कलुषविधूरं भूताकारं हरादिगुरुगुहतोषितबिम्बं हंसध्वनिभूषितहेरम्बं वातापि गणपतिं भजे अहम्.
Thank you. Thank you, girls. Now I would like to invite Dr. Y. Padma Sai Garu, Chair ICMACC-2022, to give the welcome address.
Good morning, one and all. Respected dignitaries on the dais, Sri Naveen Mittal Garu, IAS, Commissioner, Collegiate Education and Technical Education, Government of Telangana, Professor Uday B. Desai, sir, Professor Atul Negi Garu, Professor C. Raghavendra Garu, Sri Ajay Narne Garu, Achutram Prasad Garu, Deepak Garu, Raghavendra Garu, DN Rao, sir, Vishnu Garu, our beloved Principal Naidu, sir, Channakeswara Garu, Deans, HODs, my dear colleagues, and dear student friends. A warm welcome to all of you for the International Conference on Recent Trends in Microelectronics, Automation, Computing, and Communication Systems. I welcome you to the inaugural of ICMACC 2022. It is a great pleasure and honor to host this conference and organize it along with the IEEE Hyderabad section. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Atul Negi, the chair of IEEE Hyderabad section, for placing faith in the competence of VNR VJIET in taking up this task and leading it to success. Organizing conferences such as the ICMACC 2022 is an absolutely necessity in an ever-evolving world of technology as well as computing. These gatherings of eminent achievers, enthusiastic researchers, and exploring students are so lively and beaming that they give a lot of hope about the future of science and technology. I am sure that the participants shall learn a lot from one another through formal and informal interaction in these 3 days of conference. Advances in microelectronics, automation, soft computing, information and communication technologies are the order of the day and are becoming path breakers in virtually all the fields of science and technology and engineering. I hope that this conference shall provide insights as well as an overview of the developments in these domains in both industry and academia. I sincerely wish the ICMACC can help forge collaborations of sort among the participants. The objective of the conference is to bring academicians, researchers, and industry experts across the globe to submit and present the basic and applied work in the wide domains of microelectronics, automation, computing, communication systems, and the allied areas of study. I am confident that this conference will create a platform to exchange the knowledge, research results, innovation, and developments in the allied fields of electronics, computing, and automation. The conference also provides scope for deliberations on the latest developments in VLSI, IoT, communications, automation, signal processing, and biomedical engineering application by using mezzanine technologies. The conference comprises of 9 keynote addresses, 104 paper presentation. Actually, we have received a total of 413 papers from 18 countries. In that, 104 papers accepted by 280 eminent reviewers, and the acceptance ratio of the conference is 25%. These 104 papers belongs to 6 tracks: circuits and systems, robotics, automation, and Internet of Things, communication, sensors and mobile networking, signal, image and multimedia processing, mezzanine technologies, and education technology in neo-normal. The best papers in each track will be selected for awards. The conference focuses on specific engineering streams, allowing the speakers to drill deep into the issues and ensure actionable information that can put into use the very next day. The vision of the ICMACC-2022 is to promote brainstorming and collaboration so that critical issues pertaining to individual research activities can be addressed and ideas can be exchanged through extensive discussions. The conference is technically co-sponsored by IEEE Hyderabad section and is IEEE by IEEE. All accepted and presented papers will be included in ICMACC-2022 conference proceedings and will be submitted to IEEE Conference Quality and Ethics Review. After successful approval, they will be included in IEEE Explore with Scopus indexing. I hope the inspiration and success of ICMACC-2022 led to future editions of the same in the upcoming years. The next editions of ICMACC will be held in 2024 and expecting the same contribution from all of you. Before signing off now, I thank the Institute management and administration and numerous members of the Institute faculty, particularly all the heads of the departments, deans, principal, directors, sir, faculty, and students who helped us through and through. I earnestly thank all our sponsors, especially presently Mr. Jayesh Ranjan Garu is busy with some other schedule. Because of that one, sir unable to support. Always Jayesh Ranjan sir and Rama Devi madam is supporting our events at VNR. Telangana government is supported 2 lakhs sir, for this event. And another technology, all our sponsors, another technology, Pioneer Technologies. In addition to that, some other sponsors, they have supported this conference. Finally, without our management, we can't do anything. I thank all our members for supporting this event. I thank one and all.
Thank you, ma'am, for apprising us about the conference. Now I request Dr. C.D. Naidu Garu, Principal VNR VJIET, to address the gathering.
Good morning, one and all. So, dignitaries on the dais, Navin Mittal Garu, IAS, Commissioner of Technical Education. Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation at the last minute to come for this conference and be present here and motivate our students and faculty on this occasion. I also thank all the guests and our Vignana Jyothi members being present here on this occasion. So I congratulate and thank you IEEE Hyderabad section, particularly Atul Negi sir, for supporting us to biannual conference, allotting us, giving us the chance to organize at our institution, putting us faith on us. 2022 conference ICMACC to be held here in this institution. Thank you very much, sir, for giving this opportunity. Once in 2 years, this next edition is 24. So who will get it? We have to see now at the end of this conference. So that is a kind of a competition that we have to hold this conference to pull this conference to our institution. So I congratulate Padma Sai Madam and the Department of EC and all the organizers for bringing this conference to VNR VJIET IEEE, a prestigious conference held here on this occasion. So I thank all the sponsors and also researchers for contributing their research work to this conference, for publishing this, presenting in this conference. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity. I wish you good luck and great learning in these 3 days' time. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. B. Chandrakesarao Garu, Director VNR VJIET, to address the gathering.
Good morning to all of you. Namaskar, Swagatam, Suswagatam to International Conference. Respected dignitaries on the dais, on the line, and dear colleagues, my dear delegates and students and ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to congratulate the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering and Electronics and Instrumentation Engineering Department jointly organizing this conference in association with the IEEE Hyderabad section. So thank you, sir, for giving this opportunity to conduct this international conference at VNR VJIET. Sir, as for VNR VJIET is concerned, the main objective of this conference is only to inculcate and information technologies, especially today. Everybody's talking about the mezzanine technologies. I think Dr. D.N. Rao Garu has coined this word actually at VNR VJIT. Since 2008, we have implemented all these technologies at VNR VJIT. So in this connection, so we have assembled here to discuss and deliberations, especially on this particular topics, microelectronics, robotics and automation and computing, as well as communication engineering. So what are the challenges that we are facing as and today in manufacturing of electronics components at India? So especially today, I think everybody's talking about the technologies. So today's technology, tomorrow's outdated technology. Especially because of the rapid changes in technologies, I think it is very, very difficult to sustain electronics industries. I think in this direction, I think all experts, I think you have to discuss what are the challenges or what are the issues that are facing by electronics industry. And short product life cycle, especially today, the life cycle of each and every electronic product, I think it is only 1 year or 2 years only. It is outdated after 2 years. So that way, I think there is a lot of challenges in manufacturing of all these new products, which are very, very important for the society. And increasing the competence also. I think today, the China and Taiwan, I think they are competing with India, especially in case of electronics industries. So these are some of the challenges which we are facing in India. So please try to discuss in this particular platform and try to provide the quality solutions so that the people will be benefited by attending this type of conference. So today, I think there are 4 or 5 important, I think, technologies which are very, very important for electronics and communication engineering. One is, I think, everybody's talking about AI, machine learning, and deep learning also. But in addition to that, I think quantum computing is also very, very important. I think each one of, I think, Professor Raghavendra Rao sir is there here. So I think he is going to address on this particular topic. And AI for science and convergence of cloud, network, and devices. I think today, IoT and I2OT, I think these are the 2 things which are very, very emerging technologies in electronics and communication engineering. So each one of you, I think you have to concentrate on this particular topic and try to provide the quality solutions. And high precision, I think, medicines also, especially medical science, healthcare sector and agriculture sector, these 2 sectors also, they are depending on drone technologies. I think we have to concentrate on drone technologies also. And especially high precision medicines, why I'm asking actually today, by using AI and 5G technologies, definitely it will help you to improve the providing the medicines for the society. So that way, I think each one of you, please try to do some research work in these areas and provide the quality solutions. So that is our main objective of organizing this type of international conference at VNR VJT. I hope, I think you're going to enjoy these 3 days at VNR VJT. I wish you all good luck. Thank you once again for sparing your valuable time here.
Thank you very much, sir. May I now invite Sri C.H. Achyuta Prasad Garu, member Vignana Jyothi, to address the gathering.
Good morning, all. Respected dignitaries of the dais and our faculty and students. We are very happy to conduct the international conference on this, our Vignana Jyothi. We are very happy. It is a good opportunity to conduct the international conference. And congratulations and thanks to our IEEE department and success to conduct all the international conference for the 3 days program. We all the best. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Ajay Narne Garu, Joint Secretary Vignana Jyothi, to address the gathering.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome everybody to this conference. On behalf of the management of Vignana Jyothi, I welcome all of you and hope all of you have a good time and a fruitful conference. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. D.N. Rao Garu, member Vignana Jyothi, to address the gathering.
Good morning to all of you. I think I was given a very short time, but I remember last time when I spoke here, I took 120 minutes. I promise you I will not repeat it. First, congratulations, VNR VJIET, for organizing such a nice meeting, I think. My hearty welcome to all the guests here. I think every word of you will be heard by our faculty and it will be implemented. On their behalf, I am assuring you. Okay. It would be, it is from these seminars, from people like you, that we learn and progress. I think it's wonderful to have you here. I will take about 3 minutes on our process. At Vignana Jyothi, we coin new words. And latest new word is ICMACC. ICMACC. E. Today, what is our topmost priority on this for all of us? That's common. E, that is F. You look at anything, we are destroying this earth. The common thing program that we have is to save this earth. Okay, and all of you have a responsibility in saving this earth. Today, if you leave this earth like what you have been behaving in the past and don't correct it, 30 to 50% of the biodiversity will disappear in the next 50 years. Courtesy Gayatri Mantra, the second verse, Tat Savitur Varenyam, the gift that God has given us, the life, 30 to 50% of that life will disappear from this globe. That's the reason why we called it importance of E theme. The second one, the carbon emissions. Already, I think we are lagging behind. People are giving up. So we have to save the earth. That is the theme for common to all of us. That's the reason why we have, at Vignana Jyothi, we have coined the education must develop what is known as ICMACC. And what is SMACC? You know it's SMACC, okay? A small smack on a forehand is a friendly awakening. And you do the same thing on here, brother, you act. And if you don't act, what is the next thing here? You get another smack on your cheek. This is the intensity with which we have to awaken, act. If you don't act, you're sure to disappear from this. The earth is going to disappear. Okay. So with this background, we have used the word ICMACC. Okay. The E stands for, as I said, earth. The other technologically and the focus areas are energy is one of our focus areas. Again, E. And S stands for SMACC. S stands for sourcing, storing, and sharing. Today, I think all the carbon emissions are because of one factor called the energy, coal, fired boilers, etc. The second one is called the environment. E, again, focus. SMACC, second word is M. M stands for there are 35% of the emissions and of the environment is because of mobility and manufacturing. So mobility and manufacturing now, I think there are lots of things here that are working on hydrogen and working on e-mobility. So we're linking up our education to save the earth and to higher the achievement. And the other important thing is SMACC, A. E is eclectic. That means all of us should have a broader knowledge. Just now, I'm glad people mentioned about this technologies, measuring technologies. Okay, SMACC. All our curriculum must encompass broader subjects. The next one, that's the reason why when I read this one, automation, computing, communication systems, SMACC A is that one. Automation, artificial intelligence, analytics, all these must focus on this E factor. The next E is E enabling. We must how we control COVID in this country much better than anybody else is because of the single factor called e-enabling. All your vaccine record, this one, other one, we have done much better than anything. So again, e-enabling ICMACC-C, that is, it's computing, cloud, and the other things related to health, ICMACC. And the last one is, of course, K, okay, education, knowledge, ICMACC, okay. Knowledge, education, I think it has to take a transformation. We have people of very high distinction here on this dais. Professor Desai is our guide and philosopher, mentor now. I think, thank you very much, Professor Desai, for guiding us. And so our education system itself, I think, has to go through a transformation, all with the focus on that single E, okay? With that background, okay, I wish this progress, okay, they give a smack to the whole system, okay? With that, I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for reminding us the importance of VSMAC for ushering societal transformation and also the importance of respecting and caring our earth. Now I request Sri Naveen Mittal Garu, Commissioner, Collegiate Education and Technical Education at Government of Telangana, to address the gathering.
Dignitaries on the dais, distinguished participants, delegates, and my dear students. Very good morning to all of you. First of all, I must thank the organizers for inviting me for the inaugural program of this, I would say, very, very important 3-day conference. I was really impressed by the number of papers which have been submitted for this conference and the success rate of it. Out of more than 400 papers which have been presented, only about 109 have been selected, which shows that there's been focus on quality, because to have a success rate of 25% in a conference like this is really, really amazing. And also the fact that the papers which will go through the scrutiny process will also be published in the IEEE Explores journal with the Scopus Index really, really gives it a platform that the people who have submitted their papers can really use to have a greater audience even outside this conference. So I really, really take this opportunity to really congratulate the organizers for organizing this. This conference has a rich history also, as has been also mentioned. And it has been growing from strength to strength every time it is being organized. Now, coming to the topic, I would say this is a very interesting combination of four aspects, four very important aspects of technology, which is microelectronics, the automation, computing, and communication systems. And it is very timely that in India, we talk about these four subjects in greater detail. And the reason for that is that globally, we are going through a very, very interesting shift. One is a geopolitical shift which is happening, and the second is also an economic shift which is happening. And in both these shifts, I would say India is a very big beneficiary of it. I mean, you would have had those who are following geopolitical events globally would see that increasingly countries are becoming very, very wary of China, which till now has had global lead in manufacturing in almost all the four technologies which we are talking about. And people last few years were looking at China plus one. That is, you look at China, but also look at another country which can be also along with China can be your manufacturing hub. But in last few months, I have increasingly started hearing people saying anything but China or anywhere but China. And I would say that is very interesting geopolitical shift which is happening globally. And India can be a great beneficiary of this, both in terms of manufacturing as well as in terms of research. And it is important that we make use of this window which has opened up globally as rapidly as we can. And I'm very sure that having a conference like this where you're talking to international contributors and international experts also really helps not just the students but also the faculty and people who are interested in the subject to really understand what are the recent advances in this particular topic. So that is one. Two is, I would also like to point out that in our country, the need for implementation of some of these technologies is also very high. And you look at any field which is around you, whether it is health, whether it is agriculture, whether it is things which Dean Ragar was pointing out, sustainable development. You pick up any field, you even fields like finance or fields like governance, education. There is need for integrating technologies which can combine various disciplines to help solve problems. And I always like to say this thing that lot of innovation happens where disciplines meet. If you really look at innovations, innovation happens where two disciplines meet. That is, let's say, where agriculture and electronics meet, or where agriculture and computing meets, or where finance and IT meets. So you will find that junction of disciplines is the place where innovation actually happens. And that is why in our country, we have to increasingly look at a lot of this transdisciplinary and a lot of this interdisciplinary work, wherein we can use advances in such fields to actually solve a huge amount of problems which we have in various fields in the country. And I'm sure that, again, a conference like this will give you ideas as to how you can use some of them in problems which you see around yourself. And that would be real innovation, and innovation which can actually address the ICMACC which Dean Ragar just pointed out. Finally, I would also like to say that today we are also inaugurating a G-cell in your campus. In fact, originally I was scheduled to come to your campus for that, but then I was told that there is this interesting conference which is happening, and I was requested to little bit prepone my program since it was first start in the morning. It was pretty convenient to do so. But that is something which we are actually setting up in some of the top campuses in our state to support students who are having global ambitions. Because it is our firm belief in the state of Telangana that we are not only the destination for global companies to work, but we are also a place from where we kind of send our human resource to various parts of the world to address the global economic possibilities. And with this aim, we are also setting up a G-cell today in your campus, which is a global cell which is supported by a consortium which we have formed, which is Global Education and Careers Forum, a consortium of our local institutions as well as international institutions and some of the stakeholders in this sector. And I'm sure that will be pretty useful for you also, to those who would also like to have global education and global career ambitions. With these few words, I again thank the organizers for inviting me here and giving this opportunity to participate in a very interesting and important conference like this. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for enlightening us on the need for exploring mezzanine technologies and integrate technologies to address the challenges of the world. As sir has other commitments today, we request Dr. D.N. Rao Garu, Sri Achyuta Ram Prasad Garu, and Ajay Nirnay Garu to felicitate Naveen Mittal Garu. Thank you very much, sir, for sparing your valuable time on this occasion. Thank you, sir. Now I take the privilege of inviting Dr. U.B. Desai Garu, Founder Director, IIT Hyderabad, and Advisor Vienna VJIET to address the gathering.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning to the dignitaries on the dais and dignitaries in the audience, students, faculty of Vignana Jyothi. It's indeed a pleasure for me to stand here and say a few words. As the conference suggests out here, these are all very important things: microelectronics, automation, computing, and communication systems. Many have said before me, so I won't repeat. I just like to remind something which perhaps we may have forgotten. 75 years ago, 23rd, few days back, that is, 23rd December 1947, was the day when the transistor was invented. Okay, so in a sense, let's look at this conference also as celebrating the invention of the transistor. Perhaps no other technology that is, there is no technology that I can think of which has impacted the human society more than the transistor. I don't think there is anybody in the audience who does not have some transistors on their body, either in their cell phone, in their watches. Some of them may having it in their Fitbit, okay, or maybe even nowadays you have shoes with IoTs in it, so maybe your shoes may have a transistor in it. Okay. It becomes literally all pervasive, and it's getting more and more pervasive to the extent that a typical chip like your Snapdragon or your conventional, the processor that you have on your laptop has several billion transistors on it. Because it's not the PNP junction transistor which was invented in 1947. Bulk of them are CMOS. Okay, but you do have PNP, which is the front end or for receiving wireless communication. So I think in that sense, this turns out to be a very special occasion. I must congratulate Dr. Tyagi, Chairman of IEEE Hyderabad section, for encouraging and promoting this particular conference, and Dr. Padma Sai for organizing this particular conference. Conferences like this actually create a certain vibrancy in an academic environment where you get a chance to listen to people from outside. Normally you keep listening to your own, and by and large, you know what, if you have listened to me enough number of times, you know what I'm going to say. Okay, that the predictability is very, very low. Okay, and conference like this kind of bring about because you'll hear people from outside your own campus. Okay, people who, and that's how new ideas come in. New ideas always come from an outsider. You need that particular catalyst. Inbreeding insiders, innovation is quite limited. So in that sense, I think these conferences are very important. And in different disciplines also, one should hold many of these conferences. So with these few words, I wish the participants in the conference to have a very good time. I hope you can partake of all the knowledge that is going to be transmitted in the conference. And once again, I congratulate Vignana Jyothi, Dr. Padma Sai, the faculty and the students for this particular conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I deem it a privilege to welcome Dr. Atul Negi Garu, Professor SCIS, University of Hyderabad, Chair IEEE Hyderabad section, to address the gathering.
Esteemed people on the dais and of course online, dear IEEE members, student members and others, faculty and everyone here, attendees to the conference. And so I thank the organizers for giving me this occasion to talk here. Regarding the conference, IEEE recently has raised the bar for conference quality, and huge amount of scrutiny is before and after the conference papers and such things. So it is really good that the organizers have put in good, I mean, what good, it's great amount of effort to the scrutiny of the papers. And of course, the people who have helped in the review and all must be commended for that. Okay. So the conference theme, of course, was well thought of, because you know, just like you want to tune some filter, you know, that if it is too narrow band, then you know hardly anything is there, or if it is too wide band, then everything passes up, you get more of noise. So like this, the conference theme and tuning was good. So I think so the papers are having a high signal to noise ratio, if I may put it in that way. It has been talked about that the several convergence and the technologies churning too fast. But I would like to mention one thing, which is that, or if I can be pardoned for the analogy, we have Atma and Sharir, body. Okay, so I would like to think of from somebody from computer science that, you know, you have algorithms, and there are algorithms, and of course the mathematics is there behind the algorithms. So once you have the algorithms and mathematics, which is our native strength, our Indian strength is in algorithms and mathematics. But then there are realizations of the algorithms and mathematics into silicon, into other forms. Okay, and it's the realizations which are keeping current and keep changing. Okay, and just to carry my analogy further, nothing happens unless Atma and Sharir come together. So the algorithms and realizations and implementations, along with the sensors and interfaces, only when everything comes together that all the magic happens. Okay, so I think so this conference has done the magic properly of putting things together and everyone coming together for this great experience. Okay, so I wish the rest of the proceedings of the conference the best, and I thank once again for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Please join me in welcoming Dr. P. Vishnu Garu, Department of Applied Data Science, San Jose State University, and also Chair IEEE Computer Society, to address the gathering.
Respected dignitaries on the stage and off the stage as well. The very fact that you're attending this conference makes you all a dignitary in your own respect. It's an exciting time to be in today's world. You have heard about ChatGPT, which was released a couple of weeks back. And within a week, there was another innovation called Point E, which generates 3D models from text. So that's the pace in which the discipline of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and in fact, all the automation, computing, and communication systems is expanding. It's rapidly expanding. Just to give you a historical perspective, the word Brahma, right? We all know Brahma is the god for creation. The word Brahma means expanding, right? Creation is expanding. Brahmanda means expanding egg, right? So it's all expanding. 25 years back, when I was in Hyderabad, living in Hyderabad, the city was just walkable. Today, I walk to every place that was there 25 years back. But today, it took me 1.5 hours by car to come from my home to this place. So that's the amount of expansion that happened in 25 years. So it's really an exciting time to be in today's world. In fact, that's what I thought when I was an undergrad student. I thought it was an exciting time that time also. My undergrad senior project, or whatever you call it, the final project, was in artificial intelligence as well. It was about expert. So I was all excited about it. But then there was a long winter of artificial intelligence. For 20 years or 25 years, there was nothing done in artificial intelligence. So I had to take shelter in some other disciplines of computer science. I did a few other things like operating systems, device drivers, and things like that. And then artificial intelligence came back. Now it's all summer. The winter is past. So it's all summer. It's warm and cozy to be in artificial intelligence again. So I got back into artificial intelligence, and then I see all these things expanding. So these conferences are places where the knowledge is expanded, right? It's really very appreciative that you received 400 plus papers, and then the acceptance rate was just 25%, which is very appreciable. So all the 25% of the papers, 109, I believe, that's what I wrote. 109 papers, I'm pretty sure, are expanding the boundaries of the knowledge, right? The other thing to note about the conferences is it's a great place to network, which is often ignored. Most of the attendees in the conference, they just come, present the paper, and probably attend a few sessions here and there and go back. But the more important use of conference is to network, to collaborate. You network, you talk to people, you build relations, which will help you collaborate in future. It could help you in job opportunities. It could help you in many ways. So don't ignore that great opportunity. And the other thing is, it's not really difficult. I mean, some of the papers, if you look at them, you feel a bit intimidated. You feel, oh, it's not my cup of tea to be working in this area. But you just have to be a little patient. Just go a little deeper, and you will realize that it's not too difficult to be working in this area, these exciting areas of the conference. And I'd like to conclude about the ICMACC concept that Sir brought up. Sustainability is a very important thing today. We want to be sustainable. Growth should be sustainable. Otherwise, there's no point, right? We eat up the resources from the future. There's no future, right? The future belongs to young students who are who are sitting here. So we don't want to snatch the future from them. So we want to be sustainable. So there's a lot of effort going on in the United States. So the idea is to incorporate sustainability into our teaching. So I signed up for my courses. I have signed up recently to include some of the sustainable topics into my teaching of machine learning and artificial intelligence. So every one of us should grow up with the thought of sustainable Earth. We should, all our progress should be sustainable. With those closing thoughts, I thank the organizers for the opportunity and wish you a great conference ahead. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. I take the privilege of inviting Professor Deepak Vaikargaru, Managing Partner, Edu Energy Consultants, LLP, Singapore, to address the gathering.
Esteemed guest on the dais, jealousy of speakers, correct? कुछ बचा है क्या कहने के लिए? And as you know, when you speak at later part, you have advantage and disadvantage. Whatever you would like to say may have been said. So I was just noting down. I would say something, and one speaker spoke, so I cut it. One line. After, then it becomes almost like a blank page for me. Everything has been said. But because I have been invited to say something, कुछ तो कहना पड़ेगा ही. Yes. मेरे प्यारे प्यारे परीक्षार्थियों, प्राध्यापकों, घाट घाट पर डाटा, घाट घाट पर डाटा, सूक्ष्म इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स स्वयं चलित ने ली है अंगड़ाई. For our guests who would like to get translation, I will give it later on. So bank on a data, okay? Bank on a data. Microelectronics automation has taken a turn. गणक गणित संचार तकनीकी घड़ी है आज. Okay, गणक गणित संचार की तकनीकी घड़ी है आई. What it means is time for computing and communication. Okay, simple words. डाटा हो गया है मोटा. Okay? डाटा हो गया मोटा, विश्लेषण की घड़ी है आई. And okay, the data has become big, so time for analysis. But इतना भी analysis मत करो कि paralysis बन जाए, कोई डिसीजन ही ले न पाए, लॉकडाउन हो जाए. तो डेटा हो गया मोटा, विश्लेषण की घड़ी है आई. कृत्रिम अक्लमंदी में है चतुराई. Now, our speakers were saying sustainability. Okay, so on that one, कृत्रिम अक्लमंदी. It means smart artificial intelligence. Okay, simple one. Okay. But can anything artificial remain sustainable? Artificial will remain artificial. For sustainability, we have to think differently to make it sustainable. So that is why the word is complicated. They say, कृत्रिम अक्लमंदी में है चतुराई, अंकीकरण की घड़ी है आई. What is that? Ankikaran. Digitization. Everybody is talking about digitization. Each one of us is like a digit in any of the ledger of the blockchain, that you are a digit, from where the communication will pass from one place to another place. So you are just a digit. 1.3 billion, one digit. Now you might think that if I am just a digit, how I can contribute? And that is where importance of digitization comes in. And all the speakers have mentioned about various things about education, as well as digitization, artificial intelligence. Yes, they need to be combined, confluence of all these technologies. And all of you may be knowing that now there is a tremendous war going on between United States of America and China for Taiwan because of microelectronics chips. So that is very important. Again, re-emergence of microelectronics is there. But what question is, do you want to do just analysis, experimentation, or do you want to design a microchip? That is the question. And this conference, I'm sure some of you must have presented those papers and would like to look for it. I do know, commissioner आते हैं, जल्दी जल्दी जाते हैं. But प्राध्यापक
रहते हैं यहाँ पे, आपसे वार्तालाप करते हैं। सो प्राध्यापक होने की एक खूबी है ये। So congratulations all of those who have chosen to be educationists, okay? So that you are available to interact not only with the students, with others also. So therefore, Ankikaran mein khudai, they said, so digitization could seem like a godliness. So therefore, badhai ho, badhai. Congratulations to all of you for organizing this conference and inviting me to share with you some of my views. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for sharing with us the importance of management, analysis of motor data, and also the confluence of technology. Now I invite Professor C. Raghavendra Rao Garu, Senior Professor, SCIS, University of Hyderabad, and also TPC Chair, ICMACC-2022, to address the gathering.
Good morning. Respected dignity on the dais, I thank the persons identified me to be associated with this activity, Professor Atul Negi and then Professor Padma Sai. Okay. If you look at the tracks, there is a common thread in the tracks. Technically, it is Industry 4.0. I don't want to go into that. The theme of that is combining many things, combining many disciplines. If you look at the first line in the web, the digitization, physical and virtual. But it is not sufficient. It requires to go into the deeper. And definitely, you are going to have a feast these next 3 days from this conference. I wanted to put in front of you few things. As a statistician with a mathematical background and good exposure to the computer science and interactions with the industry requirements and the real world problems, I wish you to concentrate and interact with each and every one. Observe keenly with an open mind. Don't get biased with your discipline. Respect other disciplines and try to see how much you can contribute along with them. It is the order of the day because Industry 4.0 is moving towards the interdisciplinary from the intra. There is something in between multidisciplinary. So I don't know, we are geared up for the interdisciplinary totally, but at least if you keep our egos away and if you make ourselves ready to work in a collaborative manner, definitely we can contribute a lot in multidisciplinary manner. That is also good enough for the country. That is also good enough for the country. Being Indian, we are rich in many aspects. Unfortunately, because of various reasons, we are not rich in financial aspect now. Otherwise, we are rich. Whatever the technology, whatever the real world problem is there, we can provide a solution through 2-3 days, which can be called as a low fidelity model. You can come up with a low fidelity solution. There may be in the world, there may be a high fidelity, which we may not be able to reach that because of our financial conditions. It is not impossible for us, but it is not possible because of limited resources for us. But we have very good intuition, abstraction, and logical bind. We can build a lot of intermediate fidelity models. We can provide as good as high fidelity models with the available low fidelity things, with a little bit of interaction with high fidelity, with a special high, that is hubs. By using the hubs, we can do a lot, and build intermediate fidelity and provide the solutions to the common man as if we are using the high fidelity systems. So for this, I wish all of you to keep an eye and open and look at the multidisciplinary optimization strategies for building the intermediate fidelity models in wrapping in the appropriate work graphs. Right? So in this, you need to keep few things in mind: sophistication, sustainability, smartness. These are the things which you need to keep. Besides that, for India, we need to keep the cost factors. I cannot buy a 1,000 rupees pen if a pen is available for 5 rupees is work for me. So I don't want 1,000 rupees pen. I don't mind to spend 20 rupees, which works as if as a 1,000 rupees pen. So try to see whether we will be able to come up with a low cost, cost-effective, sustainable, sophisticated, scalable, these things. So with this opening remarks, I wish grand success to the conference, and I thank the opportunity, all the organizers giving me the opportunity. I want you to be active in all respects. Use all your dimensions, eye, brain, physical, all your dimensions, and take the benefit of this conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing with us the need for being open-minded, respect other disciplines, and indulge in interdisciplinary strategies for the development of the nation. Now I invite Professor Kesab Parigaru, Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, University of Minnesota, USA, to address the gathering. Sir is joining us virtually.
Good morning. It's a great pleasure for me to be part of this conference, and thank you for...
Sir, we request you to switch on your microphone, sir.
Oh, can you hear me now? Or no? My microphone is on, so you should be able to...
You're not audible to us, sir. We request you to switch on the microphone, sir.
I see. Are you able to hear me now? Okay. Well, thank you for inviting me to be part of this workshop.
We request you to unmute your microphone, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, microphone is... Can you hear me now or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir.
Okay, great. Thank you. So, first of all, many people ahead of me have said many things, but I really want to emphasize the need for workforce development. What we are really missing is how we can train and educate large number of people like the students in this conference so that they're trained in all the topics like microelectronics and telecommunications and automation and all of these topics like IoT, healthcare, blockchain. So my advice to all the students in the conference, apart from listening to the talks, learn a couple of new ideas and make a few new friends. So these are two of my advice. Make a few friends and learn a few new things. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Professor R. Manjula Srigaru, Head Department of VJIET, to propose the vote of thanks.
A very good morning, all. I take the privilege to present the vote of thanks. First of all, I thank our guest today, Sri Naveen Mittal Garu, Commissioner, Collegiate Education, Technical Education of Government of Telangana, to be present here. I thank Dr. Atul Negi Garu from University of Hyderabad, as well as the Chair IEEE Hyderabad section. I thank Professor Deepak Vaikar Garu from Edu Energy Consultant, Singapore. I thank Dr. C. Raghavendra Rao Garu, Senior Professor from University of Hyderabad. I thank Ajay Narne Garu, Joint Secretary Vignan Jyothi. I thank our advisor, Dr. UB Desai Garu. I thank Dr. D.N. Rao Garu, our mentor. I thank Dr. Keshav Parigaru from Electrical and Computer Engineering, University of Minnesota, USA. I also thank our principal, Dr. C.D. Naidu Garu, Director Sir Channakeswara Garu. I thank all the faculty, HODs, deans, and students who are present over here, all the participants available here as well as online. And I also thank all the sponsors who are supporting the event successful. Thank you, one and all.